Disciple making is essentially about seeing the members of the body of Christ growing to maturity. The biblical view would be that the body of Christ is made up of lots of members, and every member is essential to the functioning of the body of Christ. So, as Francis Schaeffer said famously, there are no little people in the body of Christ. Every member is vital for the functioning of the whole. In the letter of Ephesians, Paul uses two different pictures of what the corporate functioning church is. He talks about a temple, a building with different stones that becomes a dwelling place for God, just like the temple in the Old Testament. But he also talks about a body with different body parts. And the body functions as each body part does what it's made to do. So that core idea of each part doing what it's made to do in order for the body to do what it's made to do is really key to understanding discipleship and then disciple making. And all of that, the functioning of this body, all of that's key to the biblical view of mission. So God's mission, he's entrusted to the church. He's actually made the church for his mission. So the function of this body is to bear witness to who God is and what he's like, so that the nations can be blessed. And that depends in turn on each individual member of this body doing what God's made them to do. That in turn depends on those who are given by the risen Christ to the body as leaders. And their job is to equip every single member towards that maturity. So maybe I can just summarize that more simply and say that disciple making then is a role in the body of Christ of nurturing, nourishing, leading people to maturity so that every member of the body of Christ does what God's made them to do, gifted them to do, makes their contribution individually, diversely, to the function of the whole, so that the whole body does what God's made it to do, and that is to carry out his mission to bless and reach the nations.